Hey everybody, and welcome to today's session. Today we're going to focus in on visibility and reporting within the new Force.1 web security solution. There's a few key areas that I'm going to highlight. We're going to look at traffic monitoring, our dashboards to provide view of the web traffic, which allows us to monitor activities as they happen. We're then going to jump in and look at detailed analytics and reporting. So what can we do with custom reports? What can we do with pre-built reports to allow us to generate comprehensive reporting on user behavior, threat activities, as well as policy and compliance? And then we're going to have a look at incident response and forensics. So how can I quickly investigate and respond to possible security incidences with detailed forensic analytics? So first we're going to jump into our traffic monitoring dashboard. We're going to jump into reports, and I have a transaction viewer here. This is going to provide a view of all of our web traffic. We can include users, applications, and destinations. This will help us quickly identify any unusual activity or spikes in traffic that may indicate a security issue. So we'll go ahead and let's look over the last 24 hours and hit done and do a refresh. So you'll notice right off the start, all I have is date, time, and the URL. Not too much information. But you'll notice on the left-hand side here with our attributes, I can add additional attributes. I can add additional metrics here. So you'll notice I can say, what is the action that was applied? Maybe I want to look at who the user specifically was, and maybe if there's any risk associated with that. And we'll go ahead and do a refresh. So notice some of the key metrics here. I can look at who the user was. What was the risk? In this case, I see some productivity loss. What was the action that I took, and what was the specific URL that was accessed? Now, one of the cool things that we have here is maybe I want to provide this to the board. I want to provide this to HR for some reason. I can go ahead and export. I can export to a PDF, and now I can send this dashboard or send this report onto a colleague here. You'll notice that I now have the PDF. And now I have my date, time, the URL action, the user, and the risk class. So now I'm able to provide this to additional departments. Maybe I want to provide this to, as I mentioned, HR, to the board. I now have the ability to export that to a PDF. Now, if I go to my report catalog, you'll notice that we do have the ability to leverage predefined or pre-created reports. So under standard reports, we'll jump into web security, and let's look at web activity. So you'll notice we have all these different reports that you as an admin can leverage. You don't have to create them yourselves. So in this case, what were the top categories that were being accessed? So in this case, we're looking at the top 20. So what are the top 20 categories that were accessed? And in this case, our date range is the last 7 days. As you can see, we can see Facebook was the accessed, how many hits, what was the bandwidth that was leveraged. So you can see that we have multiple metrics that we can look at when it comes to these reports. What is the browse time? And you'll notice each one of these columns, I can drill down even further. Now, say this is a report that I gained a lot of information from, and I want to be able to schedule this. We do have the ability to schedule reports. I have the ability to save these, and then I can also create a dashboard based on that report. So we'll let our report load here for us. Again, this is pulling data in from the last 7 days. So this was just the Facebook. So again, date, time, the URL. But again, I want to see who was the user this time. So again, I can drag the user over, and let's do a refresh on that report. So you can notice the customization, the granularity that I can add into all of my reports here. So go ahead and wait for this to load for us. So now I can see all the requests within the last 7 days to Facebook, and again, who the user was. And this is all from my reporting dashboard. Again, I was under my report catalog. Now that I've gone ahead and drilled down into my report, and now as you can see, I'm under my transaction viewer here. One last area we can look at is our incident manager. So let's jump in here and let's see what incidences have happened in, again, let's say the last 24 hours, just so the report loads for us a little bit quicker. So we'll go in here, and now I can see within the last 24 hours, was there any threats? So in this case, I can see, was there any severity? So in case these were all pretty low, I can see who the user was. what was the web category, and in this case, the action was monitored. Maybe I want to see any requests that were blocked. So let's see, did we block anything over the last 24 hours? So I can say is, and we'll say blocked. Actually, let's extend this. Let's go to, let's say the last 5 days. Did we block anything in the last 5 days here? So as we let that load, we can see we have the user, the category that they accessed, and what was the action. Well, hey, maybe I want to dive even deeper. So what is the full URL that they accessed? So again, let's do a quick refresh on the page. And now I can see who the user was, the category, what action did we take. And you'll notice I have the full URL. We'll drag that over so we can see. I can now at least see the full URL that was accessed. So to sum up, with our solution, we offer that comprehensive visibility into the web traffic with detailed and customized reporting, advanced incident response and capabilities. And these features empower the admins to maintain a secure environment and able to demonstrate compliance with ease. So thank you for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you.